Yeah, we ready.
Okay, man. Okay, man. So welcome to Multiple Streams by Any Means. We will highlight different ways for our people to earn revenue, while also putting the spotlight on small businesses and small business owners and content creators as well. My co-host is here, Jason Wyatt Pro. I'm Bam. You know, some people call me Bamazon because I'm heavy on the Amazon. And we got our guest. He's a hip hop historian. He's definitely a hip hop tastemaker. Very big in the culture. We got Nuface, not Blueface, but we got Nuface right here, man.
Yo, what's going on, man? Honored to be here, brothers. Love and respect.
Likewise.
Absolutely, man. So we'll just get straight to it, man. Where's Nuface from, man? You know what I'm saying? I see the face. I see you everywhere on every event. Where you actually from, man?
Actually born and raised in Detroit, Michigan, west side of Detroit. You know, like a lot of people know Eminem had a movie called 8 Mile, and you know our streets is broken down by the miles, but our representatory is 6 miles, 7 miles where I lived at.
Wow, okay. So you from Detroit?
Yes, sir. West side.
West side of Detroit, okay. What was Detroit like growing up for you? What was Detroit like?
Man, fun, actually. Like, just, I mean, it's weird because, you know, it's all, being in it you don't know, but like going outside the city, and I say I'm from Detroit, and it's all this stigma, and I seen it, but I think it was just because of who I was around, and my family was kind of in the streets, so it didn't really affect me as an outsider. But like it was fun for me because you know I was around like all the people that was in the streets, so all the Chevys and Polos and Regals, I'm in the back seat, you know what I'm saying? I'm playing tapes on their booming system, I'm watching their house while they're away, you know, type shit, or just being able to just see it from a different perspective and getting dropped off at school like a cool kid in a car with like 100 spoke Dayton's with fucking mayonnaise and mustard rims and shit, like just like and the teachers looking like, how is he getting out the car, like your car, like and I'm walking in there with a beeper on and like just little shit like that. Like it was fun for me, and this is all before rap. Like I was comic booked out and toys and shit like that, so it was pretty cool, you know what I'm saying? And then my family like was cool with like the Motown family. Like my grandmother did Aretha Franklin's hair sometimes, so it was just like I was just around, like I didn't know at the time, but just like history then, like as a kid, but it didn't really, I was cool, you know what I'm saying? I was just looking like, damn, what's next? And, you know, that's like a hustling city, so it was like starter coats, furs, gators, cooties, like we just always wanted to be fresh and fly, so I was just a product of that, you know. 2 pair of feelers at Mr. Allen's and shit.
Look at you.
Yeah, no, I like how you put that. It kind of reminded me of myself. Like my mom's from Montgomery, Alabama. She actually came from the same projects that Rosa Parks came from, and it's kind of like what you were saying. When you grow up around certain people, like it's kind of more normal. Like I grew up with uncles, and they was in the drug game, and we were in the projects a lot. But it's like it ain't really seem bad. You know what I'm saying? I was just having fun. Like the negative parts of it wasn't really in my face, like people shooting heroin and the violence, like it was just all funny games for me. It's just like Atlanta's one of those hustling cities too, so it's kind of like being from Alabama and being that part of the family, that small part of the family that moved to Atlanta. It's like it seemed like our family always had high hopes for us to do something big or whatever, but that's what's up, man. I know you said you was in the comic books.
Yeah,
comic books.
That's all I would do. I would go to, ironically, it was a comic, well, it wasn't even a comic, it was called Bookstore. And it was wild because they had books, but it was more like comic books had a small section, and then it was like you go behind the curtains, there was an adult bookstore. Like it was just like I'm a kid, like couldn't really afford comic books. I'm going there to read them, and maybe I'll buy one, but I'm just looking at other people like, what's behind that curtain? Like, hey, I'm gonna get old enough to one day, man. I got to see what's behind that curtain, that shit. So it was just like being right around that part, but just doing shit like that. Like you said, you don't know about like the projects I was raised in. The city buses for a period where they stopped. Like they used to go through it. It got to a point where the cities was like, no, we can't go. You either gonna get dropped off here or there. We ain't going here. So it's like, but it didn't affect me, but hearing other people say, man, you was raised there, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, it was fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? It don't affect us because we in it. But and I was that dude that was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to be like oh yeah, it's cool to do what they was doing, but I think they probably seen more from me, so they made, I was like really sideline type shit. Like I would have loved to be like working the spot and get paid out every month, like working all that shit, but they just knew like, nah, you can ride, you do the cool shit, like you can help us go do this. We going to school, niggas, like we about to do this, we'll be back type shit, you know. We'll hang with you when it's kind of safe type shit. So, and I respect that, bro. You know.
I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Before I say, you got something to say? So, like, I mean, as far as me, it was kind of similar. Like, you know, my parents were real school like. You know what I'm saying? So, by the time I was born, that was like the heart of the drug game. You know, I was born in '89, my older brother was in '87, and my mom was like one of the valedictorian girls that was in the newspaper because her grades were good. Dad was pretty good at school too, but like. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't be in our face, but, you know, like, it was all around us. But for the same situation that you was in, you know, my people wasn't going to just let me be out on the block and doing this and 30 miles valedictorian. Y'all moved to Atlanta, y'all getting educated. But in retrospect to that, though, you know what I'm saying? So I started selling candy, and part of that was kind of emulating the hustle. Like, okay, I can't sell the crack, but I can pretend like I got, you know, I can pretend like there's these Jolly Rancher suckers, you know what I mean? Pretend like it's a little dime bag. So it's like the same stuff, you know, you hide candy you know, in your jacket or whatever, you know, it's kind of similar. You kind of imitate it. You know, I remember when I was like around 7, my uncle gave me a broken beeper for Christmas. It was broken, but it was cool though. Like, I felt like I had a beeper or whatever, man. So you grew up with both parents, one parent?
Started out with both parents for, you know, for a good while. Lived in the same household, and then they separated. Then I ended up transitioning, staying with my mother in Palmer Park on some like 1-bedroom type shit. She gave me the bedroom.
I got you.
You know, so I was the only child, so, you know.
Oh, okay.
And it was like the best of both worlds, because, like, you know, she held it down, you know, took care of their bills and everything, worked hustling. And then when I go with my aunts on my father's side, like, that was uncles, that was aunties, that was cousins, like, that was like a larger, like, family setting. And I just got, like, you know, I was kind of spoiled on that side. So I would go over there for the weekend or the week and then come back with the fresh shit, you know, just the trinkets of, you know, my grandfather, like, you know, changing the Crown Royal bag or, you know, going shopping and just with the shit, because they was like, you know, I was just that nigga on that side. Like, it was like a vacation almost, but, you know, it was like hard to transition back and forth, but we kind of made it work, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, both parents were always in my life, like, you know what I'm saying? I was just talking about how even while they were separated and they went through their shit, but if I had, you know, class pictures of graduation or an event at school, even down the wedding, they pulled up in unison, like, we here for you, like, fuck that other shit.
That's
it's about you, so.
Got a strong family outside of the house, you know what I'm saying? Extended family.
Okay. Jason, I pressed pause on this by accident on the computer.
Talk to me.
I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just pressed the button because the screen was black.
Let's see.
You see how you pause? Okay. All right, so we're back. Slight technical difficulty. So, all right, so okay, that's what's up, man. So you pretty much had the best of both worlds. Mom, it was pretty much just you as the only child, but your dad's side had all your cousins and aunties and things of that nature. I can definitely relate because, I mean, when we moved to Atlanta, like my family, I got 2 brothers, but we kind of like, I didn't grow up like being able to access my cousins on a regular basis, like maybe on the weekends or once a month or every couple months. Because a lot of, you know, pretty much most of everything I learned came from like Montgomery. My mom wasn't quick to put us in other kids' houses and things of that nature so we could adapt. But I kind of can relate, you know what I'm saying? Because all my aunties and uncles were in Alabama growing up, so I always felt like I was from Alabama, so I kind of somewhat relate. But I pretty much grew up in a dual parent household. So like, man, I know you big into hip hop, man. Who was some early influences for you when it comes down to hip hop? Like some people you just like you couldn't go a day without listening to.
Well, it really started like from a show. Like my father took me to my first hip hop show, and I didn't even know where we was going. He bought us Adidas suits, you know, took us to the mall, got me, him, and my cousin, the same outfit,
Matching
Adidas
outfits.
suits, 3 black on black with the 3 red stripes and the shoes and the shirt. Like
Dope boy fresh.
Yeah, and I could have been like good with that, like, cause I was like, oh, I'm wearing this to school tomorrow. So we got up to a spot, and then we go in there, and I see like 3 white boys on the stage, and I'm like, okay, that's hard, you know. And they end up being Beastie Boys.
Look at you.
Oh,
The
snap.
next act is nigga just sitting on the boombox rapping, DJ behind. This is LL Cool J.
Look at you, man.
Then the next act, here comes Run DMC, and then they get to a point when they like, anybody got Adidas, take your shoes off, put them in the air, and I'm just like a kid at this point, like I'm 6 or 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at other people doing it, and then it clicked, like, oh shit, I got Adidas. Oh. Okay. Oh shit, you know what? Okay, I'm part of this club. Like, whatever this is, I can do this shit too. You know what I'm saying? So, and that stuck with me. So, like, prior to that, it was comic books and toys and G.I. Joes and Transformers, but then it was like a basketball cards. But once that came, it was like rap tapes, music, hip hop, like every Tuesday. You know, rap used to come out every Tuesday, so it was like cassette tapes from there on out, and then I was just the nigga in the school with the cassettes. As soon as they came out, like with the purple tape, I'm the only nigga in there with it. Chronic, I'm the only one in there, everybody reading my tape, reading the credits and shit like that. So I was like the cool kid. So what I am today, I've always been like a hustler, like you said, selling stuff. I was selling Kool-Aid in school, gum. I was going to Sam's Club. Ours is warehouse club.
Yeah, Sam's Club.
Basically it's Sam's Club.
That's a trap house.
Buying bulk shit like Kool-Aid.
Me too.
And I was even taking, you remember back in the day, Kool-Aid points, like on the regular package, 1 point, and then you trade. But I would go to Sam's Club and just take the little points off. Man, I was goddamn hustling. Even in Columbia House, a lot of my cassette tapes was Columbia House. Remember, it was 12 for a penny.
Oh, I remember that little
So I had like 8 aliases. Like my mama, like, who is David Jones? Yo, that's me. Davis, yeah, that's me too. Yeah. I got 18 tapes. Yeah.
18, what, 15
And I'm in my head like, nigga, I'm under 18. Just come take me to jail for what? Nigga, I'm a kid. I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm trying to get high for candy, man. I'm trying to get a sugar rush.
Yes,
That's what's up. I used to go to Sam's Club like every weekend to re-up on my candy.
Dope.
Every single weekend, that's where I would go, basically get my candy. So it's kind of crazy. I can definitely relate. So yeah, no, that's dope, man. That's pretty dope. So you was like selling. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's. Do you ever try to get on the mic and rap yourself?
Talent shows, but it was like basically lip syncing. Like I remember early days when Life Is Too Short came out. I did that in the talent show because I always say I was short, but I really wasn't. I was always just the shortest in everybody's crew.
Hey,
so I took that as I'm too short. So when that came out, I'm like, oh, Life Is Too, and I did it in a talent show, and then that was like
a lot of comedy, bro.
The first time that I kind of performed and did that shit. So you know, I always wrote, but I didn't want to kind of be on camera.
Okay.
And I still don't. I really don't even like my voice on record or just all that shit. So
I know what you mean. That's crazy, bro. Because I mean, I know for instance, like I was like always the shortest, bro, in my school, in the whole like 3 grades. Like I'd be the shortest person for the 3 grades. And then I see like a Jermaine Dupri. He went to the same elementary school me and him attended. Not the same time, obviously. It was S.L. Lewis. And then like, you know, Lil Wayne might come out or T.I. might come out and you like, well shit. I guess height don't matter because they got millions of dollars and whatever, it don't matter. You know, T.I. don't take shit from nobody. Lil Wayne don't take shit from nobody. And Jermaine Dupri was on top of the world, so.
And besides short, it was skinny for me. Like when I seen Snoop and Baby Boy with that tank top.
Yeah, Snoop.
And T.I. and ATL with his tank top. I'm like, well shit, goddamn, I let my little bird out, goddamn.
I was like, yeah.
Follow the trend.
Yeah, man.
I was like, shit, this little skinny motherfucker ain't scared of nobody 6'4". I can't be scared either, dog. Yeah. I ain't never scared either, you know what I'm saying?
I'm a lion in the nuts of an elephant.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy you said that, bro. I can definitely relate, you know, that's kind of how it was advertised to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, my dad might show me, like, a Lil Wayne, and it'd be like, damn, because, you know, at the end of the day, bro, I'm going to be honest, the girls wasn't really choosing on the shortest motherfucker in class. Not for me, you know what I'm saying? It'd be a couple cats that had, like, their swag together, but I ain't really had my swag together where they would make an exception for me. So, like, I ain't gonna say I used to be down, but I damn sure used to use, like, them as my heroes. Like, these motherfuckers did it without complaining about their height, their weight, and where they come from. But I'd be damned if I'm gonna do the same thing, man. And as far as rapping, I never liked how my voice sounded either on the wax, but I'd be like a freestyle dude. Like I can make words rhyme.
Yeah.
But I was never like I would never get on. Then I wasn't really used to doing shit in front of crowds. So like I might do something just us three, but it was like 100 more people there at a cafeteria or something. I probably get nervous. I probably get nervous. Say, man,
imagine everybody's naked.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Now that's what's up, man. So you said you a couple talent shows, lip syncing, but you never really got a feel for your voice and things like that. I understand.
I always wrote rhymes and everything.
Yeah, me too.
And I said, and people would see it and be like, man, you goddamn shit, you do it. I just never did, or I would just have other people say it. So that was like early on. You know, what I do now is like what I was always doing even back then.
You ever thought of doing songwriting?
Yeah. Okay. I've done that. You know, even some artists today. You know, what I'm saying just throw some bars here, or just suggestions here, that type of thing. And when I see it work for them, I'm like, all right. I don't have to be in the limelight for it to work. The sauce is the sauce.
The sauce is the sauce.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You got, what are you gonna say, Jason?
Nah, I was just saying, were you still writing today for them?
Yeah, ideas. You know, that's where I am. I'm like a conceptualizer for like brands and artists. Like, try this. You know, try this.
Say it like this. Say it like that.
Say it like this. Or you should do a Instagram post like this. Like, you know, just little things like that. Or your next commercial should be this. Or your video shoot. And they'll send me their music, and I'll be like, "This the video right here. This how the video should look." And they be like, "Oh,
That's a director, man.
shit,
Director,
you got
producer,
one." Yeah,
composer.
so, and I've been doing that, you know, since
That's dope.
since the G.
So we got your name in a couple album credits.
Not yet. Not
We're
yet.
working on it.
Yeah, we're working on it. I just got shit. My first 2 names in a song, and I was on Translee's album on 2 songs on my Big Rube shit, like just narrating it or doing some like voice overs and poetry type shit, just talking my shit. So that was an honor.
I might have a small business proposal for you, but we'll talk about it off the camera. So basically, man, so I know you said you was always into music, comic books, so did you ever have a summer or a year where you was just heavy in the streets, so you just never really had to go that route because you had all these?
Yeah, my mom was a praying mother and just very strict. My grandmother, and just everybody was in the street. Like I was one of them niggas. Like if everybody doing that, I want to do the total opposite. So alcoholism was heavy in my family. So I'm like very weary of being a heavy drinker or niggas beating on their women. Like I had daughters and I never hit a woman type shit because I seen it before. Like, so it's like everything. If everybody wearing black Air Force Ones, I'm gonna wear the green ones type shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to just do this way. You know what I'm saying? And
you normally work out, bro. Like if you look at like for instance, it might be traffic, it might be 3 lanes. Normally it's 2 congested lanes and 1 lane nobody thinking about. Normally the left lane you go right through it. Nah, that's what's up, man.
That's one of my favorite phrases that I say for myself. I know my lane because I'm the only one in it.
Exactly.
Like if it's congested, then let me just go over here.
And I don't mind switching lanes. You know what I'm saying? It's as I see fit.
Because I only want what's mine. I don't need to go on nobody's coattail. I don't need to follow nobody there.
Yeah, I don't want your girl. I don't want your chain.
I'm going straight. I'm gonna be there. I don't know how you getting there.
Nuface gonna get there.
I'm gonna get there.
And he gonna say Nuface was there. I don't know what the fuck you was. I got you. So how long you been in Atlanta, man? It's kind of like I'm getting the BMF kind of vibe, man. The Detroit to Atlanta thing. Did you go straight from Detroit to Atlanta, or did you have any more stops between?
Straight, because I came here from Detroit for what they call it, like not a field trip, but a college tour. It was a college
never
tour.
came back.
Went to a college tour and they took you to like Morehouse.
The AUC.
See that whole shit, right?
Fucked you up.
And so then there was a break and they was like, y'all got 2 hours to kind of hang out. So I'm just like, shit. I'm used to riding the bus in Detroit anyway. Let me hop on. What's this? Marvin? All right, cool. Man, we going this fucking Heart of Freak, nigga. I'm on the bus like,
Perfect time to come.
and then the bus wasn't moving, so I'm like, well, shit. I just
He
get
ain't
off.
never going back. We see if we
So I'm like, oh shit. And then I'm seeing like artists like Jermaine Dupri or Crisscross, and I saw it red like early on, like, and I'm hearing just like, oh, this shit. Girls on top of cars with their finger waves and gold teeth and
what's crazy shit you saw during Freaknik, bro?
like shit, a naked girl with a snake in the car and the niggas was touching her and taking porns, just like
That shit
like Sodom and
that shit
Gomorrah
that
type
was
shit.
that shit that was behind the counter was in your face at this point.
Yeah, I'm just like, this is open, like this is normal, like niggas is just doing shit that like now they'd be like, bro, that nigga going to jail, bro. That's rape, like that's rape, bro.
That's a class action lawsuit.
Yeah, but I just seen that and I'm like, all right, I gotta come back. How can I make my family like be cool with that? All right, college.
My only escape.
You saw a different world and do the right thing. I want to go to a black college and be the best student I can be.
Ah, man, what school you went to?
Clark Atlanta University.
For real?
And the wild part is like on the brochure it was CAU, and then you seen the campus and all the thing, and you saw trees on it. So I'm like, oh, this is gonna be nice. So I get that straight from the Greyhound, Magic City, Greyhound. Take the cab to the CAU. I got my whole life like 4 trunks. I get there, fucking projects right there.
Yeah.
I'm like, nigga, this Detroit.
The bluff.
I'm like, nigga, this. Oh, I feel like home. This.
He in Vine City.
I'm back in the hood over there at West End, so I'm like, oh, I'm in the projects again, brother. Shit, I ain't even feel like I ain't even left, but we made it work, and I moved in, and it was back to hustling there, because my first job was at Kroger on Cascade, so I would buy stuff after I got off work, and I would I had a store in my dorm room. My roommate, he kind of went to college, so I had it on myself. I was the first one with a PlayStation. I had all my collection already, VHS. So I was renting VHS tapes. I was dubbing tapes for people. I was selling like ramen noodles, chips, and soda, pops.
This motherfucker reminded me myself a lot, dog.
I was selling, like I had a cup, like even like when I knew niggas was real, like I had left, but I left people in my room, and when I got back, nigga gave me a cup and said, "This the money you made while you was gone," and I was like, and I'm still friends with my nigga Phil. Like I was like, that made my day, because the nigga could have been like shop closed, or he could have just took it, but that's where shit like that made me be like, yeah, it's real niggas out here. Like let me, and I just took that a lot. Like I've always been honest, you know what I'm saying? That's why my daughter named Karma. So it's like, just be solid with niggas, bro, because that shit obviously rare.
So
I know you know. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was saying, would you think about moving back to Detroit?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
You
I
gotta
go
go
back a lot. Yeah, I go
But
back.
not living there though.
Yeah, not living. Maybe a month at a time. Because what happens is I kind of like get well, I wouldn't go in the winter, but it's just something about like how the complacent of it. Like they cool with that situation. Like I always just want to do more and be bigger. And Detroit is like a ceiling. Like I hit a ceiling there because it's just not the same. Like the shit that I do in a 3-day week, I said in a 3-day weekend, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and the things that I'm able to accomplish, it probably would take me a month in Detroit or 6 months. Like as far as access to these people, access to this event, like that type of shit, it would take me 6 months to what I can do in a day or 2 in Atlanta.
Facts.
I ain't think it was like that.
I felt I hit a ceiling in Detroit, you know, and it's still love, and everybody always say like they know, like even they see how I rep Atlanta, but everybody know I'm from Detroit, so it ain't like, oh nigga left and forgot about it. Like I still go back to Detroit, still show love, still head up high, still can go on any block type shit. Like ain't nothing changed. You know what I'm saying?
Still got a face card.
Yeah.
It's kind of, bro. This is a very similar story to what I have. So I was going to, so I'm from College Park. By the time I made it to high school, man, my mom's found a school that was willing to take me and a lot of other kids from the south side and the west side to Riverwood, which is in like Sandy Springs, basically what the area where Nunu was really from. So like, I ended up graduating early because they gave me so many classes. I had all my credits, and I'm not the type to take extra classes to look good on a college application. You know, I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah. So I went to an alternative school in College Park called Frank McLaren High School. And after school, I used to go to like the AU Center. You know what I'm saying? Just to talk to women, and you know, I was always selling something. So whatever I had to sell between College Park and the West End is gonna get sold. So like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, damn, it's all these women and a couple of my niggas over there from high school and from life. And then, but I wasn't trying to pay that fee, you know what I'm saying? So that's when my counselor came back, because she looked at me like a hero, because I was the only one making that school look good. Everybody else was there alternatively. Pregnancies kicked out. So she recommended Auburn State, because I used to tell her, like, she was like, what you do out of school? I was like, should I go to the West End? She was like, why you don't get a job? I get paid more than people that got jobs complaining about money. I used to have money, you know what I'm saying? So like, she said something about Auburn State, and my grades was cool enough where I had the whole scholarship. So I went out there, man. One of the first hustles I had, I did a lot of shit as far as to make money. But one of my first hustles, I had a little store too, man, until I outgrew that and, you know, started doing some other things. But Yeah, that's what's up, man. I know you've been down to Albany before, right? I'm pretty sure we kicked y'all ass a couple times in football, right?
I'm not the biggest sports person.
Me neither.
So, yeah,
Me neither.
I don't jump. I
Me
stay in
neither.
my lane. You know?
Stay in my lane. I don't watch sports either,
You know what I'm
dog.
saying? I rep home, Detroit Pistons, Atlanta Hawks. I go to the games, but don't ask me about stats and what year.
And who playing.
Dennis
And who
Rodman,
on the
team. That play, that time, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not an almanac.
Yeah.
I ain't no almanac. You a hip hop almanac, but you not no.
Yeah.
You ain't that type of almanac. I got you.
Facts.
So like, man, who was the first major artist to embrace you, man? Maybe like put you on the platform. Maybe I don't know, shout you out, invite you to a show. Like, who was the first person to recognize you as a tastemaker and decide to fuck with you?
My brother Killer Mike, probably.
Killer Mike. But he went to Morris Brown, right?
Yeah, no, Morehouse.
Morehouse got kicked out or dropped out.
Dropped out.
Selling a little crack or something like
Because
that.
he was like you or like me. Like that was one thing. I never wanted to have a job. Like it was something even just from high school where I never wanted to work for nobody. Like,
Yeah.
And so my last job was like college, working at University of Michigan, and that type thing. But it was like once I got here, like even now I haven't had a job like clocking in type shit since I've been here. I owned Avis. I was a franchisee of Avis Rent-A-Car for years, and then just hustling off of this. I did work at Hard Rock. I worked at Hard Rock. That was
A hustle though.
yeah,
More of a hustle. It's not really.
yeah, because you still, as a waiter, you still your own.
You're independent.
entrepreneur, hustling. And then honestly, this place is not even there no more. And I was one of the people that opened it. Buckhead Backlot is what it was
Ooh,
called.
I remember that.
It was hot
The
bucket.
first movie theater where you can eat inside and wait in tables, right?
What was it called?
Buckhead Backlot.
Okay.
It was the
They
first
took
of
it
its
back.
kind.
They got a whole bunch of them now.
So imagine
Yeah.
it's a row, so it was like it's a restaurant, but it's a movie theater. So these is your table. So I would have a whole movie theater, like not just like a section. No,
One person served the whole theater.
I could.
Well,
I could handle that shit because I knew the bar,
Trapaholic.
so I'm trapping. Like I'm like nigga hustling, like to the point where I was let go, and everybody that I trained was let go, and I was banned because I couldn't go on AMC trespass because I was running the numbers up.
Yeah.
And everybody that I was helping or looked out for, they was part of the system too, and it was a takeover. But I say that to say that I was hustling even in that aspect because it's like a movie theater. So it's like you a table, and I'm just like movie. I know which part of the movie to drop the checks. I know what I'm watching niggas before they try to leave before the movie over without paying type shit. I'm goddamn knowing what the prices is in my head. If you got the cash and you got it on you right now, give me the cash and I'll bring you the product and you don't know me type shit. So it was like from that aspect, it's like I just never wanted somebody to be in charge of my funds, or I just never liked the idea of, I gotta do 7 days of work for you to pay me. Yeah. So that was
Or more.
I think that was instilled in me very early.
I mean, it was just kind of all right because for me it was always easy to. I can go outside, sell some candy, and everybody embrace it. But I'm going around looking for jobs, feeling like a reject. Like they saying no, and I took all this time to get on this bus, and then I started calculating. Like I started looking at the people that got those jobs, and I'm like, well, he still got less money than me, so it's like. It's really no purpose in trying to stay in that lane. I'm staying in my lane and get whatever, sell whatever I sell. Yeah. Candy, weed, chips, I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Cutting grass, but that's what's up. So do you actually recall meeting Killer Mike, or you just it was a blur at this point?
No, I mean personally, I was always just a fan of his music. Like
bigger.
And when I finally met him, it was that like you inspired me, and we had this conversation because it was like. He was his music and everything, but it was like back then when he was, separated from Big Boy and on his own, an entrepreneur, started his own label from the ground up. He would have these motivational tweets kind of on something. It was like, I pledge allegiance to the grind.
Yeah,
and your network is your net worth. You're only gonna be as big as who you work for, and all these things. And I was telling him like, those words were inspiring me because there was a point where I was like a single father. I was in a courtroom fighting for the custody of my daughter. Like, and his shit would inspire me, and I would tell him, thank you. And he was like, I was talking to myself.
Look at that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and
I
I felt that because now when I'm posting, I'm doing the same.
Nah, that's what's up, man. So, like, you've been putting in work since '96. You've been putting in work since the fucking Olympics. And it's just like you just being yourself. You're not doing it for
I
clout.
said I don't even look at it as work. Like that was a passion. Like I had my real work on the side. That was like this is my break. Like this is what I love. So I wasn't looking for nothing in return. But what I was doing is creating social currency. As I look at it now.
So, cause like, bro, all right, I don't see too many people get as far as where you got as far as the Tastemaker without working at the radio station for a label and none of that. He was kind of just doing it out for showing love, and that's what's up, bro. So I came across like the Grand Hustle family. Like I got an artist, his name Lil Thony. You know what I'm saying? Lil Tony, but he spelled it like he pronounces it like Lil Thony. Like you know what I'm saying? We got that mafia with us, and we from College Park, bro. You know we remember when Killer Mike opened up a shop. You know we know all them quick. We know all them. Ken, you know what I'm saying? Ken from Washington Road. Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Marlon. You know what I'm saying? We know all them folks, bro. It's like, you know, it's right.
You know about Burn Lounge when he had his birthday party.
I think they shut Burn Lounge down finally. But so we really cool with the family. My artist Tony, he was actually signed to Defiant for a while. You remember them? It was a studio on the east side near Pinups, and it was like, all right, so that's how we know Clay. You know what I'm saying? Because Clay he'd be around. You know what I'm saying? Like KD. He's a big time manager in the hip hop industry. He managed like DJ Holiday, you know Clay used to be around for like the beer and taco events and all that type of shit, making sure that too many people don't get in the back. And you know for the most part, bro, you know they're respectable family. You know what I'm saying? It's like at the end of the day, like I said, my artist, he's kind of my introduction to this whole hip hop thing. You know, just managing him, he what got me on social media. And that's pretty much how I shook a lot of hands, you know what I'm saying, as far as it goes or whatever. I want to ask you this, bro. When did you start using the hashtag Nufacewasthere?
I watched this documentary by Kenny Burns.
Facts.
I forget, Be Your Real something. It's an acronym, but basically he was saying in the interview or the documentary is like if you are a brand that's starting to create a brand, that you have to become the brand, right? So at this point, early on, I was daddy, entrepreneur, business, and everything else was on the side, right? And I'm introvert because I got the music, the toys, the games, the family, the wife, the big crib, everything at home. I didn't need to go nowhere. Like I was good at home. Like I still went out, but I was good at home. But I'm like, I was painting, I was creating shit, and I'm like, people would come over, it's like, damn, you did this, like, and then I was like, damn, I'm doing, but nobody know what I do. So I started painting and putting it on shirts. Okay. And then I was delivering those shirts to comedians, and they would in turn wear the shit on stage. And in music videos, like Little John and Nard in the Ludacris video, they wear my shit. So I'm like, okay, I have an out to where I can get eyeballs on my product. And because I was an introvert, so I'm like, let me create something to where I gotta live up to it, and I gotta become the brand. So I'm gonna say Nufacewasthere, and I ain't gonna tell nobody what it means. I'm gonna show you what it means. I'm gonna show you. So I'm gonna make you know what it means when I'm there. I'm gonna create the value when I'm there, and I'm gonna make you remember that I was there. And that's where that kind of came from. I created that, but my fans and my supporters, my real niggas came up with it ain't official till Nufacewasthere. Or it didn't happen until, you know what I'm saying?
If he ain't that, ain't shit.
Yeah, that type shit. So it's like, it let me know I'm moving in the right direction at that point. So that's kind of weird. But it was just like a motivation to myself. Like, I got to get out the house. I got to goddamn, because, again, I don't want to work for nobody. So I got to go out and get it. And I need to, and my personal friend, these artists and everything, they were telling me, what you're doing is great and it should be, you know, that's a brand and that's something and it should be monetized and you're supposed to be rich, but my success wasn't money for me. Like money, like I'm from Detroit and I was around niggas with big money, like money. Like I was there when Meat said I'm going to Atlanta, like, and I was like, I was in this room where money was money. So, and then I had a house fire where I had money in the house. And I lost everything.
So I hear that, bro.
So when niggas tell me, man, you got everything. You got that, and you got. They don't know about the part where I lost everything. And I started over, but that let me know that like that's material shit. Yeah. So while I do have a lot of things, I don't put value in that shit. I put the value in myself and my brand because that and and reading these books. This is what can never be burnt and never can be taken away from me without instilling myself. So that's the jewel with that, because it's like I got to be me, and I got to show people what this is, because I'm talking about legacy now. Like, I got kids, so it's like I had to show them, all right, I'm putting you to bed and I'll be back to take you to school, but this is what I'm about to do while you sleep. Maybe I should be asleep, but and so when they see my shirt on TV, or when they see somebody wearing my shit on an award show, that's what Daddy did. That's that work still, you know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to show them, because that was sacrifice. There was a woman at home that had to watch the kids while I had to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I have to answer to that. You know how that is. A girl, like, you know, they head is bitches and these women, like, you know. But no, I PYP. I party with a purpose. Like, I
like that.
I got a purpose. When I go somewhere, I don't know what I'm there for. I'm probably there to support my friends, but something's gonna happen, and it happens, and I'm like, that's why I came. Now I can leave. Okay. You know, I'm not sitting around like drinking in bottles and up, and then I'm about, no, that's not what I'm here for. I got a purpose.
I'm out here working.
I'm out here working.
Yes, sir.
So a few things I want to highlight, man. That's dope, bro. So for one, I know you said you're an introvert, meaning like not necessarily that you don't talk, but more so you want your actions to speak louder than the words. So because you're an introvert, you use you rely more so on your branding and hustle to get you to the top. And also, when you go inside these rooms, instead of going there parlaying, looking at all the bitches and getting all drunk and getting high, you got a goal in mind. You don't leave it until the goal is satisfied, bro. So for anybody that's watching, man, I think that's very important to highlight, man. Like, whenever you do something, make sure you got an intent, a purpose, and make sure that you set yourself up for success. Also, man, know your strengths and weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people are great at talking, some people are great at being popular, the limelight, so they can rely on their marketability to get them over the hump. He said, I'm not really the most talker, but I'll show you what it's about. You know what I'm saying? So he got, for one, the branding yourself, Nuface was there. That's something that other people latched on to and want to share. You know what I'm saying? I put it on my shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you've seen me post a couple times. And that's dope, bro. You know what I'm saying? How you took your brand and your name real serious. Like, and now, you know, your name hold a lot of weight, bro. Like, obviously I never heard anything bad about you, but it's like I always hear, it's always, you know, I mean, from Rick Ross all the way down to fucking Andre, bro. I hear him shout you out, especially Killer Mike. I saw Killer Mike actually shout you out. He was on Jimmy Kimmel's show, I want to say.
Fallon.
Yeah, I don't, you know, whatever.
Show.
Yeah, exactly. He, you know, he kind of branded you as a hip hop historian. What would you label yourself as? Do you have a label for yourself?
I called it like Tales of a Hip Hop Reporter, and other people say historian. It's
Okay.
just, again, I was coming up, and when I heard that, I ran away from it, because historian, it reminded me of like librarian. I just pictured the nigga with glasses and the suit, and I was like, but then I'm like, I'm Nuface. Let me put a new spin on what historian looks like.
Okay.
When did you start saying Nuface though?
So again, when I said I had a house fire and everything was gone, I had to shop at Goodwill, right? And again,
I still shop there for my store, but I still shop there.
Like, I had to shop there because I
It be
couldn't
like that.
afford nothing else.
It be like that,
But
bro.
I'm a Detroit nigga, so and I felt like if I go somewhere, I never like when going somewhere, and any nigga kind of relate, like going somewhere and somebody wearing the same thing as you, right? So I would go to Goodwill, buy an outfit, but I would goddamn throw some paint on it, or throw a stencil, put some rhinestones here, or write a little positive message and all that shit. But I called the clothing Nuface. And then I would make matching clothes for me and my daughter. And so while I'm out with her, they'd be like, that outfit fresh, who made that? You know what I'm saying? I was like, follow the name. But also, I would go to New York, and I would go on Fashion District and go to them little bootleg districts and buy Fubu and Nietzsche and Iceberg and Coogee sweaters. And I would go to New York trip, go and buy all that shit trunk full and bring it down to Atlanta and sell the shit. So it was Nuface like New York, but I was new in Atlanta, and I was familiar with Fubu, and Fubu was for us, by us, so it's like I was selling only like black-owned brands type shit, Carlton Ave, all that shit, and I was new, so it's like a triple entendre, but that's where it started from. And Nuface, you know, again, I'm always like thinking bigger, so Nuface was like, now under fashion, all can excel. And Nuface unites fashion, art, culture, and entertainment. I said that to myself 12 years ago, and that's what I did. Like, that's what I've done. Nuface unites fashion, arts, culture, and entertainment, and that's what I've kind of done, because if you see me, you're gonna see a representation of like 10 niggas, like this brand, this brand, this brand, Giorgio's, you know, everything that I wear, these shoes is black owned, Life's Journey, like everything that I wear, I'm a representation of like somebody's brand, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you see me, they see us, but it's all black owned, like, so I gotta be like 100, because I'm representing your shit. Like if I do something flawed, or if you wearing my shit and you do something flawed, I'm gonna be like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn,
Like, you got my stuff on?
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so, you know, I just want to stand on something and be something beneficial and add value to anybody. Any relationship I'm in, I want to add value to it. I don't want to be like just a nigga on the wall just drinking the liquor and just holding up spaces as I was there. Like, like if any nigga, Carlos will tell you from 85, I'll hold the bags while he take a picture. I'll take the pictures. I'll hold the DJ equipment. I'll hold the doors. Like, whatever. Oh, somebody at the door, I'll go get it. Like, you need something to drink, you want me, like, I'm there for them. Like, it ain't about me. Like I'm in the room. That's my win. Yeah, that's how I feel like it.
Let me ask you a question, man. So, like, outside of being a hip hop historian / hoarder, you do anything else? You run any other type of businesses? You know, tell me about some other ventures you have outside of the culture.
Consulting, like managing and brand consulting.
Okay.
People and brands will call me because they know my influence. So, like, when you look at my social media, right? So, like, a lot of people will tell me, like, Nuface will do a post, right? The shit might have like 30 likes, right? But then they'll look at the likes, they'll be like, man, Tip, Killer Mike, Little John, Swiss Beats, the mayor of Atlanta, Kasim Reed, fucking, like, it's like, okay, look who's watching him. So again, it's quality over quantity. So these brands, because somebody even hit me today, like, how long so-and-so been following? And I don't follow that shit. I'm like, that's like my real friend, so I don't look at it like how long we've been following.
You're not keeping tabs.
I know this is social media, so it's people that look at me like, nigga, they follow, like, how's they commenting on your shit? Like, but it's like, because I created value in real life. That's what niggas don't, they missing about the part in real life. I was me before this Instagram shit. I was there before Instagram. I got the ticket stuff, so that's extra.
Yeah.
But I'm also trying to drop gems on you. Like, I'm only here because I supported them and I showed them love and I poured into somebody else, and I'm just reaping the benefits back in. You know what I'm saying? So it was always that. But I'm a brand consultant, so if I see you doing your shit, man, you should say it like this, or I know a DJ, or you shooting a video, I know a director, or I'll do some posts for you. They pay me to post and share because they know that somebody, if I post it, they know who's gonna look at it and see it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so for anyone out there just like a diehard music fan, whether you're doing hip hop, rock and roll, R&B, what would you say the money is in being an independent tastemaker? Because you, for instance, you don't work for 1079, you don't work for a Def Jam. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of Nuface. I know you said consultant earlier. What would you say the money is? When it comes down to just being if you just Stone Cold hip hop fan or Stone Cold music fan or any of the top arts, what would you say the money is when it comes down to that profession or to that skill set or to that hobby?
Be somebody of value.
Be somebody of value.
Add value to the brand, the label, the team, the person. If you add value to them, again, if 10 niggas in the room asking, can you do this, and it's 2 niggas just saying, I did this for you, I got a show for you, book, I got money in hand right now, who you gonna remember?
I remember the motherfucker that gave me some money.
There you go. And I expect nothing, because this is my thank you, because I probably was listening to your shit while I'm driving, or you motivating me. This is my thank you. Now, if they in turn be a real nigga and give me a cut, then that's extra. But I'm gonna make sure I got my cut from this part. Yeah. So if I do this is extra, but it's just let me know that you're a real nigga, and that's why the universe put us in these rooms. But the real value or the real money is gonna be creating value and being in one-on-one and being like different from everybody else, and helping them. You know, because everybody, what can you do for them? And asking. I'm saying, how can I help? How can I help?
So the money is in the relationships. The money is all basically, for anybody out there listening, the money is basically in the relationships and value that you provide to those relationships. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this up, man. Because for one, I gotta use the bathroom, and number 2, man, we can't have you here forever. What's next for Nuface, man? You have any current goals you're working on, or you just pretty much just being consistent as you go? Like, you have any goals in mind, or over the next couple months or couple of years that you want to accomplish?
Right now, I read a book called The Year of Yes from Shonda Rhimes, right? And she talked about, she's the author and writer of, How to Get Away with Murder, Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, all those, right? Took over ABC with her writing, but she took a year where she said yes to everything, right? And for these past 2 years, that's what I kind of did. So like when you called me and said, "Can you do this?" Yeah, I don't know this man. We met, but yes, like if you
we be in the same room, bro. That's why I felt comfortable reaching out.
But 2 years ago, I'd be like, bro, no, like I don't know. I mean, we'll build on it, we'll talk. I probably would have played it to the left, honestly. But these past 2 years, yo, Nuface, we doing a video, pull up, cool, I'm there. Yo, I got this part right here, maybe you can fit in, do that. So in the past 2 years, I've done probably over like 12 music videos. I've been in a Little Baby video, Goody Mob video. I just did my first starring role in King June's movie, For the Gram. Just got a video role for a new video Saturday. I got my museum, Nostalgia, is my other brand where I do a museum featuring my whole collection and have a concert. And I just got offered to position Rock the Bells, which is LL's brand. So they have a cruise in November 13th to the 17th. They're going from Miami to Bahamas, 4 days. So imagine like Coachella on a boat, right?
Oh shit!
But they're gonna they commissioned me to decorate the boat with my collection. So I'm gonna add my collection, and I'm
you kind of like a walking museum when you come down to it, bro.
So I'm bringing my museum on the boat. So imagine like that's my next level, like museum. I'm already in the trap music museum. You can see my collection there.
I saw it.
I have when Jeezy did his anniversary show at the Atlanta Symphony Hall, and he's gonna do Carnegie later. You'll see my posters and the original Jeezy flyers that I had when he did Vision out release. I was there and I still had a flyer. So it's just about, and you see my merchandise, Akeem Ali video, Vibe magazine. Music videos, they reach out to me if they want to look like the 80s or the 90s. Can we use your magazine, your cassettes? I just did BET Rap City in the Basement. If you watch Big Ticket in the Basement, they brought it back the last 2 years. The set in the background, those cassettes, those magazines, those records, those everything, that's my collection.
That's what's up.
So it's like building a brand with just my content. I did the work already. Now it's like, all right, how can
get paid off that shit?
Getting paid off that shit.
That is dope, bro, because like I say, my artist, I got an artist, bro. He a hell of an artist. I'm just like let you check out his swag. We got off camera. We was working with Defiant. Defiant is like a management imprint. They used Tip name a lot, but it was more so Be Rich and B.O.B. But by the time we kind of got involved in it, a lot of conflicts was going on between management and things of that nature to where they wasn't really able to serve us like that. No hard feelings. But we right now we're working on a couple old school features. Like we talked with Gil and a lot of other people, man. We're gonna definitely need that ambiance, man. So we'll definitely be chatting on that, man. Before we get off, man, is there anything you'd like to say to the audience, my brother?
Man, again, shout out to my dog Clay, but I just want to say, like, man,
Clay.
Just tell somebody you love them. If you got beef that ain't worth about shit, man, just watch that shit. Because, you don't get but one life, you know what I'm saying? So praise those. Call somebody today telling you love them. Call somebody that you probably was just sweating, like, you know what I'm saying? Say, man, it ain't about shit, man. I love you, nigga. It ain't shit to goddamn squash something. Add value to people, man. Hug your kids, bro, because we got one life, man. Black men are an endangered species. It's the anniversary of International Women's Day. Shout out to all the queens. I got 4 daughters, so I want to shout out to my daughters. But man, it's a strange world out here, man. But just be real, be your authentic self, man. Add value to any room you in, brother. And that's the meaning of Nufacewasthere, man. And I want to thank y'all for y'all platform, and any way I can help y'all, I'd love to.
Absolutely, man. We're gonna talk, man, because you said a lot of stuff, man, that can definitely benefit me. And I want to be like you, bro. I got stuff I want to offer you as well. I want to add value as well, man. So we're gonna keep gelling this relationship, man. And man, that's it for Multiple Streams by any means, man. Remember, man, good things go to those that hustle. Nice. Man, that's it. It's like a motherfucker. Wow. That's a wrap, man. This is good shit. It was a little longer.
You ain't do it like Rick Ross did on 85. He just got up and left.
Ah, man.
Said he going to the bathroom.
You see, we was fighting. He was like, man, I had one of the money calls. Sound fresh on the